Hey everyone, Shack Redemption here, ready to go live with the season that wasn't supposed to be. We thought Shaq would be done by now, but he decided to stick around another year, and we're kicking off the 2011-12 season. Shaq's going to continue starting at his big time 78 overall. We traded several picks for Boogie Cousins, who's going to play the backup center. Love's going to play a lot of that too. Same starting lineup, so the only difference is Cousins comes in for Dwight Howard, who left for I don't remember what team, Rockets, I think. I did already set my lineup for no Shaq as well, because I figure that's going to happen because he's so old, he's going to get hurt or need rested. So Kawhi's going to play power forward in those games. I don't know why those guys are out of order. In that case, Cousins is going to start center, Love's going to be backup. So we got that ready because that's inevitably going to happen. Without further ado, I think we just kick things off. And we already got our first loss out of the way, so there's that. I thought maybe with us starting somebody that's 78, we might be losing a few more games. We'll see if it's obnoxious or not. We kicked off with a good win over the Suns, 26. Three guys with 19, one of them Kevin Love. This is where Aldridge ended up in free agency. Aldridge and Duncan, I imagine starting together with Kaman off the bench. I don't know. They'll probably rotate him around. Lost to the Hawks, who've won their first two games. They are one of the better teams in the East, I believe, with Bosch and Horford. Gerald Wallace, Lou Williams got 34 points, made 15 shots. Kobe randomly gets 13 rebounds. Wade gets 11 assists. Harden got 16 points. Looks like, yeah, KD fouled out. That could have been the difference maker. The third quarter was awful, though. Maybe that's when KD fouled out. Hopefully we can get on a better track here. I already played the Suns twice. Scored a lot of points on the Nuggets, beat them by 37. That's their first loss, so that's a good sign. We got three guys getting over 20 points. One of them is Chris Paul. Shaq's in double figures for the first time this year. We'll see if he can get any double-doubles. Al Harrington leading the way. This has been a pretty solid team for many years. The Suns are off to a 1-5 start. I thought maybe Aldridge would be great for them. Well, I kind of question it because they needed something other than a big guy. They needed a wing player. I mean, they got Steve Nash last year. So Nash, Duncan, Kaman were a good trio. You just need something on the wing, and they don't have that. They got Bashan Nakbar, who's 68 overall and shooting 21%, so not good. KD goes off for 38 points, 6 threes. Shaq was 1 for 8. Don't know why. And then beat the Lakers by 12. The Lakers are going to be one of the worst teams in the league, I do believe. They have an aging Rasheed Wallace, and they traded was it the third pick? For Al Jefferson. So instead of drafting Klay Thompson or Jimmy Butler, they got Al Jefferson. Let's just go ahead and get this done. It looks like I did it out to, well, probably not that. Let's do conditioning there. Probably not that many conditionings. Perfect. All right. Pretty close game against the Nets, it looks like. Only won by 7. They signed Devin Harris. It's their big change. Otherwise, still have Nelson Brand and Ricky Rubio, who's been just amazing his first 2 years. Kobe and Wade lead the way with 20 and 21. Chris Paul and Durant struggled, although Durant had an 8-8-8 game. Then we beat the Bobcats by 47. Kevin Love, 5 of 7 from downtown. Harden was 5 for 6, so a lot of firepower off the bench in that one. John Wall, 21 points. He's averaging even more this year. Beat the Spurs by 13. Boogie Cousins, off to a great start, 59%. We'll see if he remains happy to be a backup. Kevin Love with a double-double. Durant was awful. Westbrook was really bad, 2 for 13. LeBron, 28 and 12. A little under, or a little over his averages. See what was their record? 5 and 4. See if they make the playoffs again. 28 over the Thunder, or 18, and they're looking pretty good as well. We get Chris Paul with a double-double. They've got pretty much the same team, other than Thaddeus Young jumped over from Miami. Only 2 games this week. Well, we just doubled the Timberwolves score. That's a 59-point win. Oh my. They're 1 and 12. I think they're going for Anthony Davis, the number 1 pick. Wade, Kobe, Paul, Kevin Durant flirts with a triple-double. Cousins almost gets a double-double. Kyrie, I forgot that they had him. Looks like he has no rebounding ability whatsoever. He's also hurt. Yep, he has no attributes for rebounding. I don't understand that. What they do to guards on... He broke his leg. What a start to your career, Kyrie. So they are going to be terrible. But anyway, I don't understand why they are so bad with attributes in the draft classes. 41 over the Heat, who are also 1 and 12. I got Paul George in his second year, not doing any better than he did his first year. They drafted Isaiah Thomas, who's shooting pretty poorly as well. Kobe had a good game. KD was nice. Kevin Love was 2 for 11. Alright, I don't think I went this far, no. Yeah, we can go ahead and start the body work, I guess. Let's do conditioning in the morning. Whoops. Not what I wanted. What's on the 10th? It's right before the Sixers. We'll do that. Alright. Let's wrap up. Close to wrapping up November. Alright, that's 35 over the Magic, who are only 6 and 9. They have a pretty good core with Hayward, DeRozan, and Yao, and Zach Randolph, and Darren Williams, so you'd think they'd be better. Some young pieces and Joe Ingles. Tony Allen's 29 by now. We got Katie and Harden. Harden went 7 for 7. Kevin Love with 13 boards. 11-point win over the Knicks, who are looking pretty hot to kick off the season. They still have Joe Johnson, who's been a Knick since the beginning. 8-point win over the Wizards, who are even. Wade shot great. KD got to the line a lot. Shaq, I think, still is sitting on one double-digit game. Patty Mills getting some scoring done for the Wizards. Bargnani's taking a step back. They got Cantor in the draft with the 10th pick. Iverson's actually scoring more and shooting 62%. What in the world? And here we go. Finishing off November with a win. We get our revenge on the Hawks. That was away, right, at the beginning? Yes. So we beat the Bucks by 42. They're awful as well. Wade and Durant are at the top quite a bit. Kobe's down here with 4 points, 2 for 10, fouled out in 23 minutes. Shaq got 11 boards, but only 2 points. The Bucks are the team that I took Cousins from. Then they traded Aldridge, that's right. They traded Aldridge for another draft pick, so they already got lots of draft picks in the Cousins trade, including Jimmy Butler. They got Valanciunas, so that's 5 and 6. Marcus Morris was 11. I gave them Avery Bradley in that trade too. Tristan Thompson, I think, is who they drafted when they traded Aldridge, the 9th pick. Lee's still pretty young. Telfair might be the oldest guy on the team. Tobias was the 7th pick. So they got 5, 6, 7. A lot of rookies on this team, so they are going to struggle. But in 3 seasons, when they're all at the end of their rookie deals, they might be a threat if all these guys progress accordingly. So that was in Atlanta. We got our revenge in Atlanta. Bosch scoring a little bit less. Katie and Kobe lead the way yet again. And then 43 over the Nuggets, who are still looking pretty good. Harrington led the way again, but only 12 points. Eric Bledsoe in his second year gets to play a little bit more, but shooting really bad. Chris Paul leads the team. Westbrook randomly in the 20 range. Wade, 2 boards away from a triple-double, also had 4 steals. Let's go check the news around the league. We did have a firing. The Heat have gotten sick of Thomas Purdue and have gone with Drew Howe. So fake guy for fake guy. A couple signings. The Bobcats signed Kareem Rush, and the Lakers get Ty Lue. Nice to see that. We get a trade. Relatively decent guys there. Ben Gordon for Raymond Felton. All right. Injury report. Yee tore his tricep. He's pretty big piece for them. Algauskas broke his ankle at age 36. Yeah, I was going to say, he should probably retire, and he already is. So there we go. We probably need to check Shaq to see if he's retiring. If he's going to fake us out again. Marcus Sol got a player of the week. Chris Paul is the only pacer here. LeBron, and then Arenas. Howard has it twice. So 3 guys have repeated each for the West. Player of the month. Bobcats had 2 different guys. What is Marcus Sol doing? And Spurs also had 2 different guys. So Bobcats and Spurs dominating the awards. Rookies, I was kind of hoping the Bucks would just rotate guys around for Rookie of the Month, but I guess not. Kyrie's would dominate the West if he didn't break his leg. See if anybody wants to extend. Well, it says Shaq will. Jeez. Please stop. We probably want to, just in case there's a chance we have another freaking season coming, I think we probably want to go ahead and make this deal get done. 16.6 is what we would be going over. So he actually wants less money than he's getting. Maybe we just go with something like that. Where'd he go? There we go. So yeah, save $2.5 million by doing it that way. Guarantee us the point guard of the future. Dwayne Wade wants to extend his 2-year deal, so maybe we wait on that. wait until next year. I don't know. Maybe we just go ahead and do it. Why not? Can we do that flat as well? Maybe something like that. Okay. Be making a little bit less. Kobe still got his 3 years, and then Shaq, we're going to hope he says won't resign because he's going to retire. Please retire. Whoops. Let's go ahead and check some stats to see if we want to do anything different with the rotation. Chris Paul averaging a double-double again, shooting 50%. His threes are randomly up by a whole lot, so he's having a good time. Dwayne Wade's averaging about the same as last year, but more assists. I'm not sure why. Steals are up too. Shooting better. Kobe's shooting a little worse, scoring a little less, probably because he's shooting worse. His free throws are almost perfect. He's fouling more. And he's probably going to get hurt at some point. Durant's scoring a bit less too. But still shooting really great. Shaq needs a rest. He's averaging 5 and 6, shooting 42%. So let's take him out for one upcoming game. I think we have the Wolves coming up, so we'll take him out for that one. Kevin Love's averaging a double-double off the bench. Where did that come from? Where did that come from? Whoops. I wanted to see that. Yeah, he's still happy. He is in a contract year. Got to decide what we're doing with him in case we got to keep going. James Harden shooting 59%. That's good to see. He's also still happy. Cousins, amazing. Russ shooting a little worse. His rebounds are up. And Rondo, 49%. Per 36, good stuff. He's taking a back seat because of Westbrook and Harden's addition to the team. So, I didn't do anything with the draft class, but you can see here, Draymond going in front of Dame. Interesting. I do have the Wolves pick, but not the Heat. So we'll see how that turns out. And we are 4 games up on the Hawks. Only 2 games up on the Mavericks. I went the wrong way. Yeah, that's a good-looking team. That is well-structured, Dallas. Good job. Cavs are looking pretty good. Interesting. They got Steven Jackson last year, but they added Jamal Crawford this year. They've had Chandler. They drafted Favors last year. Gerald Green's been their leading scorer pretty much since he got drafted. So a lot of these pieces they had last year, but Jamal Crawford might be exactly what they needed. Somebody who can score. And they're making him a 6th man like they should be. Is that like a... I don't know if it's like built into his DNA or what. Alright, I think the Bulls are pretty good, so we'll play Shaq against them and then rest him against the Wolves. I feel like there was something else I was going to do. Oh well. Alright, well, we beat them by 31. They're a super team of their own with Paul Pierce. His average is up to 21. Iggy's a little less. Rose up to 24. McGrady's still scoring as a rotation player. Dirk must be hurt, so that's probably why Rose and Pierce are averaging more. Kobe had some fun. Cousins was good. Shaq was 0 for 6. Point, a rebound, and an assist, and 4 fouls. He really needs a rest, so let's go let Kawhi Leonard play. just do it that way and then load the lineup I put together. Surprisingly, no injuries yet. All right, won by 26. Wolves are now 3-19. Kyrie is back from his broken leg. Still hasn't gotten a rebound, it looks like. Katie and Wade. So Leonard's first game in the rotation, 2 for 3, 4 points. That's nice to see. Love had a double-double. Cousins' first start, not great. Almost fouled out. Now let's get Shaq back in. I didn't do this as much last season because I thought it was Shaq's last hurrah. So I wanted to play as much as possible, but now I just want to make sure, he kind of sees the end, like he can play in the championship. Oh, 1-point win. We're held under 100 points for the first time. Sixers are 12-13. They're the Blake Griffin, Tony Parker team. Chris Paul so close to a triple-double and added 5 steals. Shaq came back much better. 12 points on 5 of 8 shooting. And we need to do some training. Alright, system, let's do, well, medium's fine, I guess. Kings. Try to kind of go back and forth as usual. Celtics and then Celtics again. So let's do some film study and then the scrimmage to be ready for that team. Body work, Bobcats seem to be pretty good. And then what's after the Magic? That's New Year's Eve. Do that. What did I do on the 24th? Okay. We got a Christmas game against the Pistons, who are decent. Let's keep on rolling here. No back-to-back, so we're not going to rest Shaq. Kevin Durant has our first injury of the year. So we have the decision to start Love or, yeah, we're going to start Love. And then Kawhi is going to play backup power forward. Should be relatively easy to do. Love's probably only going to play power forward. It's going to be something like that. Cousins playing more. Missing 2 over here that need to be Cousins. That's a long stretch for DeMarcus. That's a really long stretch. We could do something like that. Leonard's at 19. Let's do 19. Alright, so I think I have a no KD lineup somewhere. Yeah. Alright. That shouldn't be for too long. He was day to day, so I might only miss one game. But this looks like a fun one. That's 46 over the Kings, who are awful. They got Paul Millsap averaging over 20 points, taking a big step up. Bynum averaging a double-double. They got Drew Holiday, 22 points. KD leads the way. Kevin Love, double-double. Paul with 16 assists. 17 over the Cavs, who are much better than they've been. Derek Favors just got 28 points against me. So Durant was having a nice week before his injury that's coming up. Shaq double figures for, I think, the second time. 25 over the Celtics, not looking very good to start the year off. KD got to almost get a double-double before he was hurt. Lance Stevenson leading the way. Yeah, this team looks really bad. I think their best player is Ty Lawson, their best player at 78. I'm pretty sure. Oh no, Perkins at 79. He's averaging 12 and 12. Look at that. He averaged a double-double last year. I know I didn't stop and look at stats as much last year just because I thought it was the last one. We're going to leave it, and we're going to beat the Celtics by 26. And then we might rest Shaq for this next one, even though it's against a good team. But Shaq's, I mean, he's not great, so it doesn't really matter. Kawhi Leonard got 6 and 5 in that one. That's part of why we left him in, or didn't bring Durant back in, I guess. Shaq, I think that's a season high 13 points. Aaron Brooks got 23 that time. Let's go see how Shaq's doing. Looks like his percentage has gone down. He's still not retiring. What is happening? He's super exhausted, so let's give him a break. Durant plays. And we go with the no Shaq lineup. And that should be it. Let's get to Christmas. Oh wait, no. We just want to get through this game. And then Shaq comes back. We only won by 3. I guess I can give KD like a minute rest. Let's do it here. Cousins can have another minute. Now Dwayne Wade's hurt, which means probably 90 overall James Harden should start because he's 90 overall. I think that'll be his first start ever. We can probably find a way for Leonard to play because Kobe can play shooting guard. Let's go with this lineup. We could have started Love, I guess, at power forward too, but I think this will be better. Westbrook is going to play the shooting guard, and then I need to switch. As much as I want Klay Thompson to get to play too, we got to let the number 1 pick, Kawhi Leonard, get some minutes. Probably don't need Harden playing 33. Get Rondo a little more. 30, Westbrook at 18, Kawhi's up to 15. I like it. So this is the no Wade. We can delete Howard because he's not on the team anymore. Just get some of these out of the way so I don't have to look at them. There we go. Alright, that should only be for a few games, I would imagine. But let's look at these stats first. I already looked at that one, I think, so, ready? Yeah. Barely beat the Bulls. They held us to the lowest scoring of the season so far. Kobe and Durant. So 15 leads the team. For this team, that is awful. We were 4 for 20 from downtown. Chris Paul was 1 for 9 shooting. Not a good look at all. D Rose 29. Still no Dirk here. Then it's 19 over the Bobcats. So they're not good, and yet they got 2 different players of the month to kick off the season. That doesn't make a lot of sense. But when you have somebody getting 34 and 20, he is averaging 17 and 17. He's almost perfect at rebounding. And they have nobody else because Ryan Anderson is not known for his rebounding, but he is getting 7.5. But they don't really have other big players. They signed Kareem Rush to be a guard, but they have no other real forwards on their team. Power forwards, I mean. What's Wall doing? 25 and 6. Alright, was this the game Wade got hurt? Maybe? Love 22 and 8. Oh no, Wade got hurt on Christmas, I think. That's sad. Beat them by 35, though. Michael Beasley, not quite averaging what he did last year. Jeremy Lin's, thankfully his scoring's down a bit. I don't really know why, because they don't have scorers on their team. Yeah, this was the game Wade got hurt. He got 30 points in 29 minutes. Shaq really struggled on Christmas. And I don't think I did. Did I do all this? Bodywork. Yeah, I did that. And then this. Let's just do bodywork here. Thankfully, play the Bucks, who are awful, and then the Bulls, and the Grizzlies, Sixers, Jazz, and then what's after the Cavs? It's the Warriors the day after. Individual sounds good. Let's do. Okay. Alright, well, let's wrap up the 2011 calendar year, hopefully with some wins. I can rest Shaq probably against the Wizards, so I'm going to go through this one. That's a 4-point win over the Grizzlies. Manu got 25. Jermaine's averaging 17 and 11. Vinsanity's getting 16. Kobe, Katie, and Love all 20 and over. How's Kawhi doing so far? Look at that. 4 points, 2 rebounds. You go per 36, 15 and 8, almost 2 steals. He's shooting 60%. Good stuff. Alright, now let's rest Shaq. How close are we to Wade? It still says 1 to 2 weeks. We'll just load the no Wade lineups, probably easier. And then switch. that. That's not, well, Cousins needs to be the starter. And then I think this is where Thompson's going to get to play. So Cousins starts. Love's playing all the backup center. That's not what I meant to do. Harder when they're not like in the right places. So this needs to be Love. Cousins, we're going to let Love finish the game. But Cousins plays that. So Love's at 25. Cousins at 26. Let's give Love one more. And then we're going to give, oh man, I can't do that. Well, let's just do this maybe this way. Then I can switch them. Klay Thompson is coming in the game. Let's switch Kawhi to power forward. And then, who's Klay in with? Yeah, he's probably the small forward when Harden's in. I guess that works. I don't think there's anything I would change about that. Although Kawhi should be playing more. He can be the first one in and then play these two. Okay, 16, and then Klay's going to get 9. So this is no Shaq and Wade, which I think I have. Yeah. Easy enough. We got to get Matt Bonner down there. He's active for the first time. Congratulations. Let's get through that game. Oh, lots of scoring. 26-point win over the Wizards. Oh, Kevin Love. 40 points. Like, I wish I would have seen what his career high was before that. It was probably like 23. Gilbert Arenas has scored 51 on the team that LeBron's on. Dwight Howard got 27 rebounds. So Gasol's averaging 17 a game, yet Dwight has the record, or the league lead. 7 steals for Jimmy Butler as a rookie. Isn't that fun? Klay's first game, he missed his only 3, but got 6 points. Or 2 points, sorry. Made one of his 4 shots. Kawhi only shot once and missed. Westbrook was not good. Harden got 30, so Love and Harden. Love got more minutes and playing center, and Harden is starting. Combined for 70-plus points. Iverson's average is falling. He says he's going to be a free agent. We got to get Shaq back in. We'll see if Wade comes back too, but for now, we will just go with that lineup. Perfect. And finish off 2011 with a loss. And now Wade's back on New Year's. We lost to the Magic, the team I said earlier had a good core. We're going to give Wade a little bit more of a rest. Let's do that. Huh. Well, I did not expect to lose that game, especially not by 22 to a 500 team. DeMar DeRozan, we fouled a lot. Hayward could not make a 3. Randolph had a little bit of revenge on his former team. Like, this doesn't look like an amazing game on their side. They didn't even shoot 50%. They weren't good at threes. On our side, we had more turnovers. We shot awful. Harden's at 20 leading the way. Chris Paul was 3 for 13. Boogie was 1 for 9. We shot 40%. That's awful. Let's go see what's happened around the league, if anything. We had more trades. Oh, boy, that top one's crazy. But first we had Josh Childress for Haywood. We had Corey Maggette. So again, the Spurs are the LeBron James Go to Uranus. So they trade Maggette, who is LeBron's backup, I believe, for Ben Gordon, who might now be their starting shooting guard. And the Bulls trade Iguodala for Ray Allen. So Ray Allen is now with Derrick Rose, Paul Pierce, and Dirk Nowitzki. That's awesome. Jelani McCoy got signed by the Warriors. I'm guessing because when they traded Haywood, they didn't have enough centers. At least real people are getting signed, and not so much for the coaches. Fake guide. Oh, Tyson Chandler dislocated his kneecap. He is averaging a career high in rebounds. Eddie Curry has a spinal injury. Ouch. First look at the award races. No Pacers in here. It's been a long time since that's happened. The Spurs have the top two guys because Gilbert Arenas is averaging almost 30 points a game. They must have got like a new coach or something. Because LeBron's not scoring more. They must have a different playbook going on. Dwight Howard's averaging 25 and 15 almost in his new team. He's got to be the most improved player, I'd imagine. Steph Curry, 24 and 10. And then Carmelo, about the same he did last year in his replacement of LeBron on the Blazers. Kyrie looks like he's going to be Rookie of the Year. I'm surprised the Bucks don't have 3 or 4 people in this. They do have 2. Dragic is Steph Curry's backup. Playing 32 minutes a game. Looks like Kaman is coming off the bench, averaging a double-double. J.J. Barea is getting 18 a game. Oh my, and the Grizzlies have quite a bit of firepower, I think. Yep. Dwight's defensive player as well, so I think when we go to most improved, he'll be there. LeBron, Gasol, his rebounds are now over his points. Serge Ibaka in his 4th year, averaging a double-double. Why is Dwight Howard not here? Why is Dwight Howard not here? We got Dragic and Curry, who have not made the leaps that Dwight Howard did, so I don't understand. Gasol makes sense. Huh. No more Pacers here. Wall got another one. Rose, Parker, Steph Curry gets Player of the Week. Player of the Month, Rose and Dwight. Rookies, Butler and Kyrie. And first look at the All-Star voting. Steph Curry leading the way. Look at that. Curry and Gilbert looking to be the backcourt for the West. And the front court, LeBron, Dwight, and Duncan. So Dwight's going to be replacing Melo, looks like, who's usually in the starting lineup. For the East, Rose and Wade. Wade barely in front of Tony Parker. Looks like Chris Paul's going to make himself another All-Star appearance. And front court, Kobe and KD. We might get 5 All-Stars, it looks like, because Kevin Love is almost averaging a double-double. Why was he not in the 6th man running? That seems like pretty good stats. Still can't get over the Bulls just traded for Ray Allen. Shaq still says he's re-signing, guys. He's shooting under 40% now. It's real bad. He won't quite take the minimum. I'm going to keep waiting until the deadline because I'm hoping he will retire. Well, I guess that's the trade deadline. That's the wrong one. Okay, quick look here. Timberwolves now have the worst record. I also have the Lakers pick. And standings. 8 games up on the Hawks. 3 games up on the Mavericks. Hawks have had pretty much the same team for a long while. They drafted Jay Williams. They drafted Lou Williams. Gerald Wallace they've had now 4 years. Bosch they've had 5. Horford they drafted. Brewers new. Their bench isn't great. But their starting lineup's pretty cool because they got scoring and defense and pretty good. Alright, I think I did training up until here. We're going to rest Shaq probably against the Bulls since it's on the road. So let's go ahead and get through here. We beat the Bucks by 36. So the all-rookie team goes down again. Shaq got 12 in that one. Cousins a double-double. Is that his first? Yes, his first double-double. Averaging 9 and 5. Still doing good on the morale standpoint. Telfair in his first year outside Houston. I think his career is already longer than it was in real life. They got JaVale McGee too. Look at that. 12 and is he starting for them? Or Jonas? I don't know. Jonas fouled out. Alright, let's take Shaq out again. Says he shouldn't play at all. Well, it's not super surprising. Whoops, no. Alright, go through that game. See that we beat the Bulls by 8. Dirk is back. So look at that foursome. 86, 87, 87, 87. So they're all around the same. Yes, they should probably all be 90 plus. Well, Dirk probably definitely should be 33. He was still one of the best players in the league at that point. Pierce and Allen were 11, 12. Was Allen on the Heat? Or was he still in Boston? I don't know. So Dirk's averaging only 16, though. They have McGrady, too. They're just missing a center. Leon Powell's their center. Not great. Dwayne Wade with 30. Love with 26. Cousins a second straight double-double, I believe. Now we get Shaq back in for the Grizzly game. We lose to the Grizzlies by 7. It looks like we didn't shoot well. Rondo was 0 for 5. Cousins was 2 for 7. Paul didn't make a field goal. He only scored off free throws. 18 turnovers isn't great. And then over on the other side, we got them making 9 threes. Didn't shoot great either. Alright, I did training, I think, up to there, so we can go this week as well. Beat the Sixers, beat Steph Curry and the Jazz, annihilated the Cavs, and beat the Warriors. So 18 over the Sixers. Willie Green leads the team. Tony Parker had 8 turnovers. Vucevic was the 8th pick, averaging 15 and almost 8. Not shooting great, though. Looks like they have him shooting too many threes, too, probably why. Kobe was only 8 for 23. Wade was 6 for 15, and Shaq was 1 for 7. So not good shooting from some of these guys. Beat the Jazz by 35. They do have a winning record. Kevin Durant showed up for that one. 6 of 8 from downtown for 39 points. Shaq had 5, 10, and 5. Cousins struggled again. They have the other Morris twin, Markeith. They also got Greg Oden. This is a pretty well-constructed team, I would say. Dang's not quite as good as... He never got to be the player he was. 156 is the most we've scored this year, and that was against a good team, although they are missing Tyson Chandler, who's hurt, so there's that to keep in mind. We got three guys with almost the same stat line here of Kobe, Durant, Love. Chris Paul, 19 assists, has to be close to a career high, if not one. It is a career high. It is also a league high. That's cool. Quentin Richardson made 10 threes at some point. Gerald Green leads the way. At least he's not averaging 22 points a game anymore. He's like on his way to a Hall of Fame career. Please no. And then 15 over the Warriors, who are not good. The Warriors have kind of gradually declined from their years of being one of the best teams in the West. They did trade for Iggy, bit younger option versus Ray Allen. He does have another year left. I wonder if Ray Allen's contract was expiring. Caron Butler got 30 points. They got Joe Smith a few years ago. He's 36, not retiring. And I need to do training now. Let's do that. Whoops. Hawks, Mavericks. Let's do, before the Mavericks, since we just played them, a little bit of scrimmage here. And then the 27th is the first day of the All-Star stuff. So let's strength workout and then bond. And then let's say nothing there. Bond. And bond. And then maybe a light conditioning. There we go. Let's get to the trade deadline. Beat the Hornets by 36. They're not good at all. KD, nice game. Shaq, his first double-double. He had like three last year. Good stuff. He's still not retiring, guys. Paul and Wade also had double-doubles. Kemba Walker was the third pick. Hey, he's got at least one rebound. Versus Kyrie, who might be still searching for his. The only thing I didn't get was they could have had Butler or Clay because they already have Kyle Lowry. Like, you've got a young point guard on a contract, so why are you drafting Kemba? Alright, let's take a look at some stats to see if we want to potentially trade anybody. We also have to think about whose deal's coming up. We just extended Paul. He's shooting much worse since we did that. That's sad. Westbrook is due to be restricted free agent. Got to decide whether we're matching him. Rondo we do have for another year after this. He's a good insurance policy if Westbrook somehow doesn't stay on the team. Wade's amazing. We just extended him. Harden's got 1 year left on his rookie deal. Clay's a rookie. Not getting to play right now. That would be the benefit of trading Westbrook. Clay and Kawhi would get to play. Well, Kawhi would be the priority. Durant's locked into Long-term deal. Kobe's still got years left. He's only shooting 46%. Kawhi's barely getting to play. Love is the big question. 14-9. He's a big part of the team right now. We'd have to trade him to get another big guy. We're missing depth at big guys. We got lots of guards and wings. Haslam and Bonner are mentoring people. Cousins still has 2 years on his rookie deal. And Shaq, of course, is staying. He's about to turn 40. So Westbrook would be the only one I would consider. We'd have to get probably a big guy back. So Kawhi and Durant wouldn't always have to play power forward. And maybe what we do is we just go through and see, are there any, like, we could bring Kevin Garnett back again. Rondo for Garnett in a second. That's not terrible. I wonder if they'd take Westbrook. Is Stoudemire, so Dwight's outscoring Stoudemire by a lot. It doesn't make a lot of sense. They will give me Stoudemire if I give them Kobe Bryant. They will not give me Dwight. That's smart. Brooke Lopez would be interesting. They will not trade him. Duncan, probably not an option. Aldridge is hurt. Okafor, not an option. Joe Smith's old. Probably would rather get somebody that can at least play power forward if it's not their primary. So not Yao Ming. Zach Randolph, will he come back to the team? Rondo, again, seems to have the contract that works out. Westbrook's probably not making enough to make some of these trades work because of his rookie deal. Irving did finally get a rebound. It looks like he's at 0.1 per game now. So stupid. Jason Kidd's retiring. So he's 2 years younger. Well, a year, I guess, but about to be 2 years younger than Shaq, and he's calling it a career. Jermaine's not to be traded. Gasol probably not. Griffin's hurt again. Bucks are super young. Bargnani. Chris Paul, no thanks. Dirk, probably not. I think we're probably just going to stick with this team. We've got enough depth. I mean, I would rather have some more size. Chris Bosh come back? Probably not for Dwayne Wade. What about Horford? No? Horford for Westbrook could make some sense. If I'm not going to... Because I just extended Paul. Do I get rid of Russell Westbrook? I don't want to lose him for nothing. These guys want some of my best players, and none of them are popping up as Russell Westbrook. Oh, probably. What does it say? Yeah, already over the cap by quite a bit next year, so matching Westbrook's going to be hard. It's be some of the same people. So Horford was one I kind of want to play around with just to see how far off the contracts are. He's at 6. What's Westbrook at? He's at 7, so why wouldn't that work? It would give me somebody for another year at a relatively cheap contract, because Westbrook's going to want like $15 million probably. Can I get another decent player? Radmanovich, I don't really want him for 2 years. Lou Williams is probably too good. Nazis. These guys are worse than my extra players anyway, so I wouldn't want them. So probably not. Probably not. Let's just stick with it. We're going all in. We're hoping Shaq retires. We're going to rest Shaq in Dallas. Do that again. We're going to let deadline pass. Dwayne Wade's going to get hurt and probably miss the All-Star game. We're going to get Shaq back in. And then we're going to, whoops. Then we're going to load the no Dwayne Wade lineup. Which puts Harden in. Looks good. And we lose to the Bulls. Alright, well, let's look at the 8-point win over the Mavericks. That's a pretty good win. We scored 43 in the third and then turned around and got 16 in the fourth. Mario Chalmers led their team. He's another guy who cannot manage to get offensive rebounds. Chris Paul 17 and 15. Cousins up there with 17. So Wade's injury looks like it happened pretty early on. And then we can't get by the Bulls, who are 28 and 14. Kobe Bryant was 3 for 12 and Paul was 4 for 12. 3 for 7 Shaq. So again, some of the key guys. I mean, I guess Shaq's not really a key guy, but we went 32 of 82, 6 of 22 from downtown. Not good. I don't see Ray Allen, so he's hurt, it looks like. Shot 39%. That's not going to cut it. Alright, see. Alright, finished off first half of the year 38 and 4. So we have, I think we've been 77 and 5 the last. Can I go? I can't switch teams here. 77 and 5, I think, the last 2 or 3 years. We're still 10 games up on the Hawks, 9 games up on the Cavs. We've lost 2 games at home and away. This one was home. Yeah. The last 2 home then? Yes. Okay, cool. 34 over the Hawks. So this is the team we almost thought about trading with. Westbrook showed that he probably should have been traded. Shaq 6 and 7. Brian Love. How did Horford do? 1 for 3. So neither of the guys that were rumored to be traded did any good. Beat the Mavericks by 41. KD, Paul, and Kobe all great. Shaq 1 board away from a double-double. He's still not retiring. His field goal percentage is going up. I think resting him is helping, I would imagine. I think it does make a difference. It's annoying to have to redo the lineup all the time, but I think it helps. Alright, let's go see. Anything else happen? Yes, we had more trades. Vlad and Eddie House for Channing Frye and Ronnie Turioff. So the Hawks did make a trade. And then the Lakers and Celtics are rare trade with one another. Rasheed Wallace going to the Celtics for O.J. Mayo. And then Reggie Evans and Solomon Jones as well. So Lakers moving on from Rasheed, who's been with the team for quite a while. No further signings or firings. John Salmons tore his Achilles. Ouch. Not doing well anyway. We do have a pacer in here. It's Chris Paul. Dwight Howard's trying to win the MVP award. Rookie of the Year, Kyrie, of course. Reggie Jackson's up there, too. Dragic, 6th man. Still no Kevin Love. I feel like Love should be in there instead of David West. Howard, defensive player. Karolinko's hurt. Howard's still not in this for some reason. Rose, Beasley, Conley got one for the West. LeBron doubled up. And our all-star participants, starting for the East, Wade, Kobe, Durant, along with the Bulls, Rose, and Pierce. So 2 teams, 1 division, representing the East. Wade, well, he might be back in time for it. It's 3 days from now, so maybe. Johnson, Parker, Brand, Gasol, Garnett, Love, and Paul. So we did end up with 5 All-Stars. Been a while since that happened. Kevin Love makes an All-Star team. Chris Paul. So in 7 years, Paul's made it 5 times. So the last 5 years. Kevin Love, of course, his first time. Durant, this is his 3rd in a row out of 5 years. Kobe's 10 times in his 16, but he's made the last 8, looks like. That's nice. I didn't realize that. And Wade, 5 times. He missed it last year. I think because he was hurt several times at the beginning of the season. For the West, Curry starting with Gilbert and LeBron, Dwight and Duncan, Nash, Conley, Melo, Powell, Jefferson. Jason Terry makes it for the Nuggets. That's his 3rd All-Star team. He's averaging 22 points per game. In the dunk contest, no Pacers this year. We got 2 big guys in DeAndre and JaVale, and then Rose and Wall, who I think were both in it last year. No, Rose and Westbrook were. 3-point contest, the Jazz have 2 guys, Curry and Swaggy P, Nick Young. No Pacers in this either, that's sad. Bucks probably have all sorts of people in this game. Probably they got 3 guys on this team, and 1, 2, only 2 on this one. Thankfully, no fake guys in sight. Boogie Cousins is the only Pacer, averaging 10 and 5, shooting 58%. Good pickup there. And I think let's just go ahead and get through here. Dwayne Wade is back, so let's go ahead and get him set up ready to go so I don't forget to do that after the break. He has a chance to get back up to speed. Alright, 5-point win for not this team. This is the losing team, so that means Cousins was on the winning team. Good stuff. And he's probably the MVP, 28 and 7. Only missed 2 shots. John Wall had a nice game too, though, so I don't know, the double-double might take it. He didn't make any of his threes. Slam dunk contest is Derrick Rose. 3-point contest, Michael Redd. And let's see if the East can win it with the 5 All-Stars. No, they lose by 4. In overtime, that's fun. Gilbert Arenas, Dwight Howard at 25 and 14, played 43 minutes. Why? Steph Curry as a starter played 5 minutes. Is he hurt? Did he get hurt in the All-Star game? No. Oh my God, he did. He got hurt in the All-Star game. Or in the 3-point contest, but I think in the All-Star game. I didn't even know that was possible. Huh. Well, that sucks. We got Kobe with 16, Wade with 15, Love with 15, Durant with 13, Paul with 6. So, not bad. Not bad show out. Kobe didn't shoot well. All right. And now a quick look here. Oh, Lakers are now worse than the Heat. Wow, Draymond's going first. Dalton Caldwell, Jesus. Yeah, it's hard to look at this without having the fake guys cleared out. Alright, we're 10 games up on the Hawks, 9 on the Cavs, and 8 on the Rockets. Let's take a look here. The Wolves are worse by a long shot. Lakers are 8 and 37, looking real bad. And let's look at the league leaders. Melo and Gilbert. So the Spurs have 2nd and 4th. Curry's out for a while. My leader is is Kevin Durant, 21st at 19.5. Just under by a point what he did last year. Rebounds, my leader is probably Kevin Love. Yep, 24th, 9.1. Leading the way is Marc Gasol with his 16.5 nonsense. Assists, we got Paul leading the way. We got 4 guys over 10. Not sure if that's even happened at all. Conley's flirting with it too. Wade's probably pretty far up here too. I guess his settled down, 6.7. That was an 8 first time we looked. Steals, we probably got several people up here. Wade and Paul, yeah. Paul, that's looking to be a career high, 2.2 and 11 assists. Wade's 1.9 would be a career high as well. Blocks, Serge Ibaka getting 3 blocks a game. My first one is probably still going to be Shaq, but not very high. Oh no, it's Wade and Durant at 1.4. I'm curious what Shaq's is at. Maybe we won't know. Oh, there he is, 1.0. Per 36, still averaging a double-double. He has stayed consistent with that. Most turnovers is Gilbert, and then Kyrie behind him. Perkins fouling a lot. Dwight shooting a ridiculous percentage. Kyrie shooting the most in the league. Harden's ridiculous at threes. Curry shooting a whole lot of them. Kobe's not missing free throws. Dwight's shooting the most. Not many free throws to go around, it looks like. Alright, and that's where we'll stop for now. We'll pick back up next time with the second half of the season and on to the playoffs. It will be, I guess, a few weeks, wherever the contract extension, about a month, to see if Shaq's still not retiring. We'll probably go ahead and extend him, but we're really hoping he retires. We'll see. Alright, thanks for tuning in. Until next time, Shoe Shack Redemption's out.